Welcome back, MVP Road Car. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated machines of the decade, the 2026 Corvette Zora. This is the car that's been whispered about in supercar circles for years, the one Chevy has been teasing through prototypes, rumors, and performance benchmarks that sounded almost unrealistic. Now that it's finally here, we can break down the exterior, interior, performance, and price in full detail, exactly what you need if you're wondering whether this is the Corvette that truly steps into the hypercar arena. Let's start with the way this car presents itself. Because the moment you see the Zora in person, it's clear Chevy designed it to stand shoulder to shoulder with the fastest and most exotic machines in the world. Its appearance is familiar but evolved, taking the mid-engine architecture of the C8 generation and pushing it into far more aggressive territory. The front end sits noticeably lower, with sharper aerodynamic channels carved into the fascia, not just for style but for real airflow manipulation. Chevy has refined the nose into something that looks both futuristic and intentional, designed around downforce, cooling, and aerodynamic balance. The headlights are slimmer, like the eyes of a predator, and the hood incorporates new extraction vents to pull hot air from the front radiators. The profile of the Zora is where it really begins to stand apart. From the Z06 and even the E-Ray, the side intakes are massive, sculpted to pull air at high volume toward the twin-turbocharged V8 and hybrid components. The whole side silhouette feels more race car than road car, with wider hips and a stance that almost looks ready for Le Mans, straight from the showroom. The roofline stays low and compact, designed to keep the center of gravity as low as possible, while the body jets rearward into a tail section that has clearly been shaped in a wind tunnel for countless hours. At the back, the car pushes even closer to full hypercar proportions. A large active wing sits prominently, adjusting automatically depending on speed, braking, and cornering forces. The rear bumper incorporates huge vents for cooling the hybrid system and turbos, and the quad exhaust outlets sit high, giving the Zora a visual symmetry you don't normally see in American performance cars. The taillights stay true to Corvette DNA, but appear sharper and more layered, with a more exotic lighting signature when the sun goes down. The diffuser is enormous. This is an underbody designed for real aerodynamic work, not just decoration. Moving inside, the Zora continues the Corvette tradition of a cockpit that feels centered around the driver but raises the materials, layout, and technology to a level that feels far closer to European exotics. The moment you open the door, you notice the cabin sits low and tight, wrapping around you like a performance shell. Chevy uses upgraded leathers, Alcantara, and carbon fiber throughout, but what really stands out is how sculpted and intentional everything feels. The seats are new Zora-specific carbon back performance buckets, designed to hold the driver firmly under extreme G-forces but still provide enough comfort for longer trips. The driver's zone is clean, with a fully digital display that can switch between road and track-focused layouts. The steering wheel is squared off and multifunctional, housing drive mode controls, suspension settings, and performance data toggles. Chevy has incorporated a new HUD system with higher resolution and the ability to display not just speed and navigation, but hybrid power flow, boost levels, and track telemetry right in the driver's line of sight. The center console still angles heavily toward the driver, a Corvette signature that fans love, but the Zora gets an upgraded infotainment system with smoother animations, faster response times, and more customization options. What's especially interesting here is the integration of hybrid performance monitoring. You can see exactly when the electric motors are adding torque, how the turbo system is spooling, and what balance of power is being delivered in real time. It's nerd heaven for performance enthusiasts. Even though this car is built for extreme speed, Chevy hasn't ignored comfort. The cabin has improved sound insulation and more premium touchpoints throughout. You get wireless connectivity, a premium audio system, and updated voice controls, making this car just as usable on daily drives as it is on a track. That duality is one of the biggest strengths of the Zora. It can be brutal when you want it to be, and calm when you don't. Now let's get into what truly sets the 2026 Corvette Zora apart, the performance. This is the most powerful Corvette ever built, with Chevy combining a twin-turbo flat-plane crank V8 with a hybrid electric system to create a total power output rumored to be around 1,000 horsepower or more. This is a staggering number, one that pushes the Zora directly into competition with the likes of the Ferrari SF90, McLaren 750S, and even some limited production hypercars. The combustion engine alone produces enormous power, thanks to its high-revving nature and turbocharged design. But what transforms the Zora into something truly special is the electrification. The electric motor provides instantaneous torque, filling in the gaps where turbos normally lag, giving the Zora a throttle response that feels unnaturally sharp. Together, the hybrid system and engine create acceleration numbers that are expected to push the Zora from 0 to 60 mph in around 2 seconds flat, maybe even slightly under, making it one of the quickest production cars in the world. Top speed is expected to clear 215 mph, and the car's handling capabilities are equally impressive. An upgraded magnetic ride suspension helps the car stay planted even under intense cornering forces. The all-wheel drive system provided by the hybrid motors gives the Zora a level of traction previous Corvettes never had. The steering is sharp and precise, communicating feedback from the road directly into your hands. Massive carbon ceramic brakes bring all this power back under control, providing consistent stopping power even after repeated hard use. The Zora is designed to perform on a racetrack without hesitation. But unlike some high-end exotics, it's also built to be approachable. Chevy has tuned the drive modes to allow drivers to ease into the car's abilities, with systems that help you gradually peel away electronic assistance as your skill improves. This makes the Zora not only a monster on track, but also one of the most user-friendly hyper-performance cars on the market. Now let's talk about price, because a car like this isn't going to come cheap. While final numbers may vary depending on options, the 2026 Corvette Zora is expected to start somewhere between $250,000 and $300,000. This puts it in a territory previously untouched by Corvette models, but still significantly below the European hypercar competition. For the level of engineering, performance, and technology you're getting, the Zora becomes one of the most impressive value propositions in the super high-performance world. Even fully loaded with custom interior options, carbon upgrades, and performance packages, it's expected to remain well under the price tags of comparable Ferraris or McLarens. Overall, the 2026 Corvette Zora feels like the moment Chevy finally decided to build something without limitations. It's bold, extreme, technologically impressive, and genuinely beautiful. It's the kind of car that pushes a brand forward and sets a new standard for what American engineering can accomplish. If you enjoyed this in-depth review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more reviews and test drives here on MVP Road Car.